formulas for men and women that are tailored to different life stages and lifestyle factors. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol.
Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol for a limited time. Nutrafol.
Shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol.
Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol for a limited time. Nutrafol.
Shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol.
Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol for a limited time.
Playoff round. That means we've got wild card recap and forecast of the upcoming playoff games. Don't you even think about moving from the spot you're in right now, because we have news and fun coming up. Stay tuned. It's time for what you've all anxiously been awaiting, the EA Sports question of the day. There are lots of terms in football, of course, that sound a little funny. One of them is waggle. Give me the definition of a waggle. Dateline, Baltimore. DJ Williams was given the prestigious Defensive Player of the Year award. This was a close one because quite a few guys who really had an impact with their team put up some great numbers. That's what makes this award even more rewarding, if you will. But his season was just a little better. It stood out a little more. And awards like this, you just can't look at numbers. You got to really look at the way the entire defense played and how his role shaped them. That's what happened in this case.
The start of this year's Super Bowl is only minutes away, and here they come, out onto the field.
I always say that last year's champion is still the champ until someone else wins the title. And that's exactly what's going to happen here tonight.
The Super Bowl just moments away as we get set for the opening kickoff.
To start the game, number 8 back to return.
This one is handled by number 8. Number 8 is able to get to the 19-yard line. Ball on their own 19.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Do something. Set. Yellow, 25. Green, 25. Let's go.
Hands it off. Dansby comes up to make the play at the 20.
They might not be busting off big game, but those linemen are really working hard down there.
Green Bay comes out in their nickel package.
Look out.
Keeps it. There's a lot of room to work with. Number 20 is there for the tackle at the 29-yard line.
Here's what happened. You get a guy who can move around back there. The defense gets busy covering everyone, and they forget about the quarterback. He gets past that marker and picks up a first down.
It's a blitz. Throws it. Completed pass to the back. Hayes makes the stop at the 36-yard line. Reed put the ball in there perfectly.
That's one thing this guy does well. Put the ball right in the place where it needs to be.
The Packers line up in a 4-3. Johnson moves in motion. Throws on the run. Complete to the wide receiver, the 40. And he's ridden out at the 29-yard line.
The receiver found a seam in the defense, allowing him to make the catch and pick up some extra yardage before the defense was able to catch him.
Great play there. They get 34 yards. Steps up. Closing in. Keeps it. Dansby is there on the stop at the 19-yard line. They come up just short. It'll be second down.
You know, the quarterback dropped back to pass, didn't see anyone open. They just took off running.
They're threatening inside the 20.
Hey, watch the screen.
Green Bay goes with a 4-man front. He hands it off. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
And when you run up the middle, the offensive line needs to create some type of room. Otherwise, it's going to bounce right out of there and look for other places to run. And sometimes that'll result in a loss. This is good communication between the quarterback and his receiver to keep the chains moving. They know where the first down marker is, and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is playing. The ball is there, and so is the catch.
He hits his receiver.
Watch this play. He's able to find a hole in the defense, and he gets into the end zone. Create mismatches.
The extra point attempt is good. Reed took control and moved his team down the field with very accurate passing.
He got it going right now, that's for sure.
Coleman looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Booming kick downfield. This one is taken by Garcia.
Now it's their turn to do something on offense. They're down by a touchdown early. These guys have the kind of offense that can score anytime they have the ball.
It's first and 10.
Start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
The defense making some adjustments. Pressure coming. This one falls incomplete. Felt the pressure and got rid of the ball.
That's what the defense has been talking about. Make this guy throw it before he's ready. It's just that little split second early that can cause an incomplete pass or even an interception.
Only one man back. He takes the delayed handoff. Hanson brings him down. Pat battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pick. Ball on their own 22. Drops back, gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
It was almost like the defenders were in the huddle on that series. They hit a roadblock with everything they tried.
Number 8 is back to receive this kick. They'll spot this one where it went out. First ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Watch him there.
Green Bay lines up in a 4-3.
All day, baby. Come
Reed with a man in motion.
on. 74. Careful.
Pass play here on first down. On the move. And he can't find a way to keep possession.
He's going to want that one back. The last thing you want to do in the Super Bowl is drop a pass. He's going to have to make up for that one with a big catch next time around.
Dropping back, throws this one off balance. Spins away. Johnson with the tackle at the 32.
Makes the catch.
And when you get a completion on second down, you really want to get a few more yards out of it.
2-yard gain.
3rd and 8.
It's third down, and they have a long way to go. The Packers come out on a nickel package. Under pressure, he'll keep it, and he ducks out of bounds at the 47.
Right here is how he can hurt you. They get him in a third down situation, and if they can give him a lane to run through, he's going to take it. And right there, he takes it for a big first down.
Red 16. Blue down. Red 25. They don't get lifted.
Pressure.
Ball up.
Going for the deep man. Nearly intercepted.
They were in a zone defense,
And we're ready to start the second quarter. There's 3 minutes left in the half.
47-yard line.
Hold the look.
Green Bay lines up in a 4-3. On the run. Off track. No, he makes the catch anyway. Perkins is there for the tackle.
that ball was thrown so hard the defense never had a chance to make a play. In fact, I doubt they even saw it after it left his hand.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
They'll make this a 2-possession game if they get into the end zone of this drive. They're just inside the 20. Johnson has had a remarkable year and is now regarded clearly as one of the best receivers in the league. He's over the 1,000-yard mark in receptions. So after that nice catch and run, here's a look at his stats. Closing in. He's going to run it. It's free. The Packers get it.
He really needed to cover that ball up because he cost his team a possession. And that's something you can't do in a game like that.
So after the fumble now, it's 1st and 10. Defensive adjustment. Pat, the lone back. They'll give it to the halfback. Strong move. Number 59 makes the play at the 15-yard line. Almost at the 2-minute mark now. Pat, the lone setback. The long pass over the middle. Ooh, nearly picked off. Number 87 was the intended receiver on that play. Anthony was there on the cover.
You should stop him with this play.
2-minute warning coming up.
15-yard line.
You do spot, close left. Green 86.
Only one man in the backfield.
Everything you got.
Pressure coming. Doesn't get much behind it. Jones is there on the stop at the 23. He had a little separation. Managed to pick up some good yardage after the catch.
Yeah, one more block and he would have easily gotten a first down.
Number 87 in motion. Throwing. Almost picked off.
What the defense is doing is they're watching the quarterback's eyes. They're cluing. They're in position so that whatever happens, the ball is in front of them. And that time, it almost got him an interception.
Number 8 sets up, waiting for the punt. This one goes out of bounds. Ball on their own 43. The Packers line up in a 4-3. Reed with a man in motion. Going to the air on first down. It's batted away.
He has a great feel for defending the pass. And he always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
Johnson was the one they were trying to get the ball to, using split back. Under pressure, takes off, and he ducks out of bounds at the 49. He's very dangerous when he runs out of the pocket.
He's a good athlete. He can hurt you when he drops back to throw, and he's a big threat to run whenever a play breaks down.
The Packers with a 4-man front. Passing here on 3rd and short. Deep pass looking for the end zone. Drops the interception.
Yeah, if he could have come up with that one, not only does it take away the scoring threat, but it gets the ball back for your offense.
And rather than punting and let the offense have a shot at this 4th down, he can't stay in bounds.
If you want to give the other team great opportunities, turn it over on downs. It pumps up the team and gives their offense some momentum.
They're shifting the linebackers. Marshall out of the gun. He'll pass on first down. Throws it. He hits his receiver. Anthony is there on the stop at the 48-yard line.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field. It doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Gets rid of it. Almost intercepted.
That was a good play, turned bad play. Good because their zone defense worked well. Bad because he dropped the interception. That's one he wishes he could have back.
Stepping up with the pass. Incomplete.
The defense dug in their cleats and held their ground on that series of downs.
Nothing happening on that drive, and they'll punt it away. Past the goal line, no return here. They'd like to add a few more points to this lead, but will need to do a good job with clock management. So they have 1st and 10 here.
On the 20-yard line.
From the start. Yellow.
Green Bay comes out in their nickel package. Throwing on the run. Swing pass to the running back on the left. The 30. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's why he's so dangerous.
I'll tell you what, he's just a football player and a great ball handler. Anytime you get the ball in his hands, it can be big.
Green Bay comes out in a 4-3. He tucks it away.
He felt the pressure coming, but he couldn't get the ball out. He's got to do a better job of making his read and getting the ball out of there a little more quickly.
Now they're looking at second and long after the sack.
36-yard line.
74. Blue.
The Packers come out in a dime package.
Red. 75. Red. 25.
Dropping back. Pressure. Brings it down, looking to run. The 40. And he goes out at the 36. They'll probably run it here because they still have a couple of timeouts.
The offense can show run, but go with a pass because they might get a favorable matchup.
Green Bay lines up in a 4-3. They'll pass on a first down. Throws it. Broken up.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
McGee was his intended target.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Watch your eyes.
Green Bay comes out in a 4-3.
Yellow. 25. You gotta believe it.
Reed with a man in motion. With the pass on the sideline and out of bounds.
The quarterback doesn't want to force one to get the first. There's a whole nother half to play, and there's no need to try and get it all on this drive.
And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far. The Packers come out in a nickel package. Drops back. There he goes. Off and running. And he'll take it out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Here's what happened. You get a guy who can move around back there. The defense gets busy covering everyone, and they forget about the quarterback. He gets past that marker and picks up a first down.
They don't get nothing. Go. Blue. 25. Set. Blue. 74.
The rusher's on. Stepping up.
He's a guy that thrives on getting to the quarterback. And that time he made it there using brute force.
Coleman stops the clock there.
You better kick it here.
They get set for a 41-yard attempt.
The try is good.
At the end of the first half, the score is the home team 10. We're ready to begin.
So both teams have come back out onto the field as we get set for the second half. And he got all of that one, a great kick. From the 2-yard line.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
First and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line.
The defense changing things up. Only one man back. Hand off to the tailback. Number 57 comes up to make the play. At the 26. No gain on that play as the linebacker slipped in almost unnoticed.
Yeah, he did a great job getting in there. He was looking for the run before they even snapped the ball.
Pat, the lone setback.
All on us, y'all.
With a counterplay. Man brings him down at the 28-yard line. Pat runs it for about 3 on the counterplay. Third down and long coming up here.
Keep moving.
They'll go from the shotgun. Hand it off to the back. He goes down.
I tell you, he did a heck of a job.
Oh my God, the quarterback is toast.
Before he had any chance to throw it away or take off with it.
Williams is ready to punt this one away. Number 8 sets up to run back the punt. From the 28. Number 8 doesn't have a whole lot of room to work with, getting it to the 37-yard line. Ball on their own 37.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Here we come.
McGee lines up behind his fullback in the odd. Gives the ball off. Number 23 comes up to make the play at the 39.
He was looking for a place to run, but all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
39-yard line.
Out of the I formation. On the ground. Patterson is there for the tackle at the 39-yard line.
When your running game is struggling, you have to start looking for offense from some of your other players. They can loosen it up a little with a few passes. It should open up those running lanes again.
Closing in. Brings it down, looking to run. Ball loose. The Packers are there to pick up the ball.
You really hate to see a guy fumble in the big one, but that's how the game works. He just needs to refocus and be ready the next time he gets the ball.
It's on. Defense, get ready. There we go.
Pressure coming with the pass. The wide receiver has it, and he is bumped out of bounds at the 42. Reed makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
Regular.
Only one man back. In this direction, Buckley is there for the tackle at the 41-yard line.
Mixing runs with passes keeps the defense on.
To convert on this third down, they have to reach the 38. Marshall out of the gun.
There we go. Hey, watch the ball.
Gets the pass off, and it's caught. Joseph is there on the stop at the 35.
A smart coach would call this play.
First and 10.
It's first and
Ball
10.
on the 35-yard line.
Watch the man.
Nickelback in this time. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. Brewer
pass.
was the intended receiver on that play.
Receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Stop at the 7. Watch each other back.
Only one man in the backfield.
Move. Hey, let's go.
Throwing. And he makes the grab. Ferguson makes the tackle at the 30. Marshall will be facing a third down now after that pass, and that's 6.
35.
Third down here as they try to get it inside the 25-yard line to convert. Drops back. Gets rid of it. The pass is picked off. Hazard. Dives. Touchdown. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown.
You better kick it here.
Coleman comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good.
Here's a situation where the offense can make this negative a positive. The defense will probably be looking to jump another pass, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a stop and go route with a good pump fake, and maybe they'll get a quick score of their own.
From the 2-yard line. The defense picked off a pass their last time out and returned it for 6 points.
Green Bay will start the drive at the 27-yard line. First and 10.
Only one man back. Hands it off. Buckley makes the tackle at the 34-yard line.
You got to keep going to the run. You never know when there's going to be great blocking ahead of you, allowing for a big one right into the end zone.
We've completed 3 quarters of play, and the score is 17-0.
17, the Packers.
Green Bay has been beaten up all game long and will need a big fourth quarter if they're going to make a comeback. Out of the gun. Under pressure. Gets away the off-balance throw.
Everyone gets a little antsy when they know they're playing in a Super Bowl. I think that's what happened on that play.
Third coverage wrong. Ball on the 34-yard line.
The defense changing its coverage.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Passing here on third and short. Gets the pass off. He finds his man. Joseph comes up to make the play.
This is a guy who comes to play, and he seems to make big catches when they really need him. This time they needed to convert on third down, and he's there for the reception and the first down.
Pass play here on first down. With the throw, the defender brings him down at the 42, and that tackle gives him 3 in the game.
This play might work.
It's a blitz. Gets rid of it. Nearly intercepted. Brewer was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
The intended receiver
Buckle with the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Blue game, set. Everything you
They're making
got.
some changes up front. The defense changing things up. Blitz is coming. Fires this one deep. And he can't hang on to it.
That was a pretty good throw, and the receiver was able to get to it. He just couldn't close the deal and bring it in for the catch.
Marshall will work out of the shotgun. Pressure hits the fullback with a short pass to the right side. Joseph comes up to make the play at the 30-yard line. Gets rid of it. This one falls incomplete.
You know, players tend to get to a Super Bowl and the adrenaline takes over. So you start overthrowing receivers and stuff. He just needs to calm down, relax, and play football. That's what got the team here.
Marshall sends a man in motion, shifting some personnel up front. Here they come. He hits his receiver. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
This defense is strong.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
We're talking about Reed. You gotta have it,
Closing in with the throw. The pass is picked off. So he throws the fourth quarter interception. He just should have tucked it away and run with it. So they're ready to go on offense after the interception. They'll start at the 14-yard line. They line up in the I formation. Hand it off. Madison got very good penetration there. Second and long.
Defense, get ready. Red, 16.
Blitz is coming with the pass, and he can't hang on. Strange call throwing it here, John, because most of the time you'd see a run in this situation.
But that might be exactly why they're passing. You have to complete it to keep the clock moving.
The Packers come out in a dime package. Pressure coming. They'll take off. And he's stopped at the 19. He wraps up the ball carrier. His tackle total is now 4. He was stopped short of the marker and can't convert. Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Won't take a chance trying to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, this is a good one to call.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
The linebackers are changing the coverage. Gets the pass off. It's broken up.
That's just the kind of play they've come to expect from him. He always seems to make the big play just when they need him to.
Number 87 was his intended target.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Only one man in the backfield, shifting some personnel up front. With the pass, From behind, but caught. Joseph comes up to make the play at the 46-yard line. The offense is going to hurry things up here.
Play hard and fast, baby. Get some slack going.
Uses the puck. Under pressure. Looks to the end zone. Ooh, nearly picked off. Close to a big play by the defense.
And it probably should have been a big play. He had perfect position to get the interception. He just dropped it.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
So we gonna take it. Let's go. Let's go now. All right.
Out of the shotgun.
Here we go.
He tucks it away. Play action. Gets rid of it. Wide receiver has it. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Ball on the 34-yard line.
There we go. Don't stop that motor. Come on up,
Marshall will work out of the shotgun.
Here it comes. Good shoot. Here we come.
Pressure.
Looks like there was a
Oh my God, the quarterback is toast.
Developing perfectly. And boom, the pass rusher got there and dragged him down.
Drops back with the throw. And he just can't hang on.
The coach has got to be upset after that drop. He's been telling his team all week. But when you're in a Super Bowl, you have to be extremely focused. And obviously, he wasn't on that play.
On the call, they'll go with a play fake. Looking for something long. Almost picked off. Time is working against them.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to keep going to the air. But it might be a little too late.
Well, it's really not much of a decision here. They have to go for it. Gets rid of it, drops the interception. And they can't convert on fourth down. John, I'd say the game is over right now.
Yeah, this game has been a lopsided affair. That play summed up their problem throughout the last three quarters.
Here we go. Yellow, the pay.
Hand off to the tailback. You could hear the collision up here. And a pickup of about 2. It's second down and 8 to go.
Yeah, you see me. Set, yellow.
They give it to the halfback. Patterson makes the tackle at midfield. McGee kept his legs moving, gets 7 hard-earned yards.
Blue, 74.
Hand it off. Number 20 brings him down, but they get enough to move the chains. They're not doing anything to fool the defense, picking up a first down by duplicating their last play call.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the home team 17, the Packers.
For EA Sports, this is Al Michaels and John Madden wishing you a very pleasant good evening.
Live from beautiful downtown Redwood Shores, California, it's the EA Radio Show with Tony Bruno.
Hello, football fans. I'm Tony Bruno. Thanks for being with us on our post-Super Bowl broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the game. Don't you even think about moving from the spot you're in right now, because we have news and fun coming up. Stay tuned. It's time for what you've all anxiously been awaiting, the EA Sports question of the day. How many ounces does an NFL football weigh? Now it's time to take a caller to see if they can give us the answer to today's question. How many ounces does an NFL football weigh?
Tony, I figure the ball has to weigh at least 20 ounces or so. Am I right?
No, that'd be closer to the size of a basketball, but hey, thanks for playing. Okay, we have another person on the phone who wants to give the question of the day a try. How much do you think a football weighs?
Tony, there are many ways to answer these kinds of things, but to stick to convention and make things easy on everyone, I'm going to use ounces and say that the NFL ball weighs 17 ounces.
Nope, not right. Although it sounded like you would have had the right answer the way you started off. Kind of sounded like a brainiac. We want to put one more caller on the line with us for the question of the day. How many ounces does a football weigh?
The correct answer is actually an estimate. It's between 14 and 15 ounces.
You are right. A little under a pound. That weight was supposedly established.
Yo, yo, yo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Interesting. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I used to do that on the Xbox what is that? Xbox 360, like so Madden 15 and shit like that. I used to do that a lot. Have the two defensive ends. I always thought that was fun. Um, I don't think they had draft classes back then, so I couldn't necessarily do that. But definitely, I've done the two defensive ends, like the Robert Mathis and the Dwight Freeney type franchise. I've done that before. And then, nah, definitely not slowing me down. Nah. Uh, and then, what's good with you, man? So nonetheless, we doing this thing, playing a little Madden '07. Uh, wasn't planning on being on screen, honestly. I was just gonna play, but get some good engagement here. So I was like, well, might as well, pop on for a little bit, show my face a little bit, man. So uh, we taking over the Carolina Panthers. That'll be the next rebuild. Um, and we relocating them to Mexico City. I wish they would have gave us some bread, like a relocation fee or something like that, or relocation payment. They usually do that. Be like 30 million for like 5 years, 4 years, something like that, something crazy like that. But yeah, it's been crazy, but they ain't giving no money. But that's okay because Carolina ain't broke. They've been actually pretty, I guess, frugal with their money because they had a lot. Because that stadium didn't cost that much. Usually they put you in the red about 200 million or something like that. So you gotta kind of win to make that back. But nah, it wasn't that bad. So add what you're gonna make this season to what you're gonna owe next season. Might actually turn out to be a positive. Let's see. But yeah, I love PS2 Madden too, man. Like I said, I'm working on my draft classes now for NCAA '04. So I can play Madden '04. I really be into that. Like Madden '04 is one of my favorite Maddens of all time. So I ain't really gave it no love because I ain't had my stuff, my draft classes, should I say. I really like my draft classes. Sign him to like a, oh no, like a 1 year deal. That's cool. All right, then we move. Keep on, keeping on. And then we keep on trying to get this draft capital, man. Trying to get that going. So I'm going for, I think I got the first, second, and third. So I'm looking for the fourth. It's like four. It's like at least four players, maybe even five, that I really want in this draft class. And call me a nerd, but I write down like the draft people from my NCAA '07 dynasty. I write that down to figure out who is in that draft class so I can remember who to get, right? You know, and I also pay attention to other picks as well because those are pretty fun as well. But I gotta get Julius Williams. I gotta get Kelvin Diggs. I gotta get Conrad King, and I gotta get Bruce King. Yeah. So Conrad and Bruce are brothers. And when you see how big they are, you'll understand why. Um, but those are the four I really need. Five I really need. Juice, Kelvin Diggs, Conrad, and Bruce. Yeah. Yeah, that's four. I might even try to get Quan too. Quan Carter's pretty good. So I might try to get him. He's an alien. In the red zone, that shit is stupid. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive, man. That's nice. That's nice. Like I said, I don't know. Like early on, like when I first started playing Madden, I was more of an offensive person. So like my playbook was uh like pass heavy. Like I was always looking for the offense, man. I never really cared about defense until I started playing football. Like then I was like, well, I really like this defense and stuff. So every defense I've always run has been a 3-4. I like to blitz, I like to do that type of stuff, man. But yeah, man, I wrote it down one time because I had like I had before I went to the military, I was playing Madden 04 like really heavy, and I was like, damn, I don't really have that many draft classes, right? So when just waiting to like ship off to basic training, I was like, well, damn, I'm just gonna play this shit, play NCAA 04, right? I was like, all right, let me just play this, and then I played it so much that I ended up having like maybe 20 draft classes, something like that. Maybe a little less, I don't know. But I had a whole bunch, and then I was like, damn. So before I started my franchise, I was just like, all right, let me write down all the players from every draft class up until that point, and I did, and it made it easier to draft and all of that. So, um, yeah, yep. And yeah, I got a 7-foot receiver. Now that is fun. That is fun on NCAA 07, man. Just throw that shit up there, bro, and just watch them catch it, right? So I don't make them OD. So yeah, they'll be like super fast, right? So 95 speed or whatever. But everything else you have to work on, like the leaping ability, right? The catching, awareness, all of that, you have to work on that. So realistically, you might get like a 78, 9, maybe even 80 overall freshman. And then they just get better and better and better, right? So that's how I do it. But yeah, it's a 7-foot dude. Now here it's not as I've played this game so long now, like what, almost 20 years, and I still can't really get the like high point of the ball because realistically, dude's 7 feet tall. You're not jumping with him. It don't matter what you do. So that's my whole thing. I try to get to the red zone or throw the ball up there because I like to see the little dudes get mossed. I'm sorry. I just like to see that. I'm a bad person. Call me that, but it's really funny to see. They stand no chance. What's up, Josiah? Um, this is one of the best video games ever, or Madden 04? Because Madden 04 is my favorite, like Madden. Now, my favorite football game is NFL 2K5. That shit is like chef's kiss. It's one of the best. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I like playing defense now too. Like I think everybody when they was coming up liked offense. I mean, it's fun, man. I mean, Madden back in the day, you gotta think you had like players like LT, you had guys like Michael Vick, you could do so much. I mean, Dante Culpepper had a crazy big arm. You could just throw bombs to Randy Moss all day. So that was fun. But then like I got older and I was like, man, I like to hit people. And that's when I started playing. That's, Ravens and Steelers and Bears and all those teams that had really good defenses. Like that's what I really like. So that's the stuff right there, man. Yeah, that should be cool. So then I need one more. Let's see if we got enough. See if we got enough to get that 5th overall pick. We might not have enough. We might. So the Knights, damn. Battle with that team so much. Battle with that team a lot. Now they just ridiculous. They're horrible. I mean, I let the computer catch sometimes, but I'm actually more of a user catch person, to be honest with you. I like to catch it myself. Just kind of position myself to do it. That's how I like it. But I used to do that a lot though. Just let the computer do it. Um, See, I didn't play. I didn't play '09 on the PS2. I started to go into the Xbox 360. That's where I went to. So that's my era where I started. '08. I think '07 is the last really PS2 game that I played. Um, then I tried '08, but that really wasn't that good. And then '09 on Xbox 360, that's when I started. And then, I've been using the quarterback vision since like Madden '06, right? On PS2. So it was pretty easy. I didn't like the quarterback vision at first, but when you get into like when you get into like those tight windows, man, you can tell the difference though. Like of the quarterbacks that can use that shit and of the quarterbacks that can't. You know, like players like Drew Brees on here, the quarterback vision is just ridiculous. Like it's just like ridiculous. Oh shit, that worked. Hell yeah, I'll take it. All right, now we good to go. Now the question is, do I want to move into like the other rounds, which I do. So we got the fifth. So I think there's a limit of like 10 draft picks. So I should be good. So yeah, see, like PS, like, all right, so you're gonna send me on a tangent here because that generation of video games, you can tell EA Sports just got lazy. You know, they got lazy, man. They got lazy and everything. Everything they were trying to do was just lazy, half done, you know. Like even Madden '09, which I actually thought was really good. You know, like I thought Madden '09 was really good, but it was just incomplete. Like they just stopped halfway through development. Like, okay, that's good enough. You know, like PS2, I mean PS3 and um PS and Xbox 360, that whole generation, man. You know, I think like the only game that I really enjoyed on the Xbox 360, right, in terms of sports games was 2K basketball. Like NBA Live became garbage once they went to this new generation. Well, that new generation, Xbox 360, PS3 era, right? Got ass, right? And then I just like 2K a whole lot better. So that's when I was like, well, why don't they just kind of just let it go? You know, just let that part of everything go. You know, let it go and call it that. What's up, little dude? Come here. You got something on your lip. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You got something on your lip. Okay. You eating some more candy? You don't really need it. No, but yeah, that whole era was nasty. But yeah, I like the QB vision now. You know, when you got a quarterback with a nice cone or whatever. But if you don't, it sucks. Which you'll see when I draft Julius, like his cone gonna be like super small at first, and it's gonna piss you off because he gonna try to check it down to the running back and just throw it right over his head. Nasty work, man. But yeah, I mean, I've had my PS2, a couple iterations of PS2s for a while now because I don't like the new Madden, man. I mean, they look cool. The graphics are always pretty good, but after that, the game is just ridiculous. It's bad. You better not. Like it's just bad, man. Like like they don't really be trying sometimes, you know. I'm like, damn, man. Out of all, the games, and personally, I don't really understand why the NFL doesn't want competition anyway, right? I don't know how old you are, Integrity, but back in the day, you had I got the games right here, man. So back in the day, you had 2K 5, right? You know, Then of course you got Madden, right? And then, you know, you throw in other companies like Game Day. You know, those are two, those are two companies right then and there, like those are three companies all with different ideas of how NFL games should look, right? That's 989 Sports, that's 2K obviously, and then you got EA Sports, right? But they had other companies make games as well, right? So, hell, they had Tecmo Bowl back in the day, way before me, but my point is, I don't understand where the NFL thought that this was a good move, right? Look at any industry in the world. We talking steel, electronics, what that radioactive energy, man, solar, whatever. Any industry you want to go with, a monopoly is never good. Never. Like, I went to school, okay? And one of the things I picked up through my years of school is that monopoly is never a good thing in business, man. Never. Why? Because you end up with what EA Sports is doing right now, what 2K is doing right now. Just throwing some shit out there because they the only game in town and nobody got it, right? You look at WWE, right? They created a monopoly on the wrestling business, right? So all them years we had to live with Roman Reigns being the guy, knowing he wasn't the guy yet, we had to live with that, crazy storylines between, Triple H and Booker T, right? We had to live with that, right? Knowing that if we had WCW past 2001, wrestling would have been good. And it was. The late 90s into the 2000s, man, was good because you got two companies at the top of the game, right? But once you start creating a monopoly to where it's only one place where wrestlers can go, only one thing, it's never a good thing, right? And to circle it all the way back to video games, man, look at what Madden looks like now. If 2K still had a video game, man, I guarantee Madden would probably be kind of ousted because there are certain games that personify a generation. And when you look at 2K5 and how it was looking, and to me, that was just the prototype. Like that wasn't even the peak performance of 2K. That was just like, shit, let's just try something. And that shit worked, man. From the soundtrack to playing celebrities, bro. Funkmaster Flex, Carmen Electra, Steve-O. I'm playing these guys in the game, bro. You got the whole crib thing where you can see all your achievements, man. Like, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. Then you got the gameplay, Mel Kiper, Chris Berman, Trey Wingo. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, that was legit, right? So, I mean, that's all, man. Now you see what Madden look like, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Like, but yeah, dog. Like, that's what happens, man. So hopefully, like, and I don't even understand why. Like, I don't even get it. Like I said, a monopoly is never good in business anyway. But I don't understand why the NFL would just sign off on this shit. Like, I don't get it. It made no sense when it happened. I was like, you get the exclusive license to the NFL? Like, just business wise, it don't make sense. Like I mentioned, you had 3 other companies making video games. That's more revenue for the league. That's more revenue for the players. Like, there's more revenue for the owners. I mean, hell, they probably get a cut too, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, man. That's an underrated video game, bro. The GameCube. That was an underrated video game, man. I really fuck with it, man. I like the GameCube, man. I never had it, but when I went to like cousins and friends' house, they had it, and I really enjoyed that one, man. Yeah, man. So like 2K for me, 2K, I started kind of shifting from NBA Live to 2K around 09. 09 because 08 was like the last real good NBA Live with Gilbert Arenas on the cover. And then 2009 was just like blah. But I was like, okay, we transitioning a little bit, right? From Xbox to Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, things like that. So I'm like, okay, it's going to get a little better, right? With 10. That was nasty. 10 was horrible. And then I was 2K after that, because Kobe was on the cover of 2K10 on the 10-year anniversary. So the game itself was kind of like, it's okay. It was missing some shit, but they started the My Player mode, and that turned pretty good. Okay, thank you. So yeah, But once they started that My Player shit, dog, I was like, oh, I can be an NBA player. I ain't even 6'7". I could do that on the game. Couldn't tell me shit. That was cool. So I liked it, man. I liked it when they started. And I thought it was illegal to monopolize some. I thought it was too. But that's how crazy the situation was. Because I take you back to like 2004, 2005, right? So you like 4 or 5 at that time. So for me, I'm like 12, 10, something like that, right? So I'm like, damn, okay, Madden like 49, right? That's an easier conversation with your mom or whoever you're living with at the time, right? That's an easier conversation as a kid. Like, hey, grandpa, hey, mom, hey, dad, right? I really want this video game, right? It costs $49.99, right? They're gonna probably look at you like, damn, that's a lot, right? But if you said, hey, I want this video game, it's like maybe $19.99, $29, something like that, right? That's an easier conversation. That's what 2K did. They made this hella good game, bro, and charged half the price for it. That scared EA Sports shitless, bro, because nobody was buying Madden 05, bro. Not at 59, and it's not as good as 2K. Shit, bro. They had to drop their price to at least $29.99, I think. So, like, yo, they had to figure out a way to like be the only game in town. But I honestly, everybody can stop this whole thing, bro. If they just stop buying the game, bro. That's all. But there's such an emphasis on like Madden Ultimate Team, that they make, I guess, whatever money that they would have lost with people like me that don't buy it anymore, they make it back in Ultimate Team because motherfuckers just buy all of the cards and all of the players and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what happens with them, man. But yeah, man, like when they bought that exclusive license, man, like that just killed the football industry, bro. Because nobody can make one. Like literally nobody. You can't make nothing with the NFL logo on it. Like you could do like Sims and shit like that. Like trying to think of something like Bliss the League or something like that. You could do that because that's more outside of the realm of NFL stuff, right? Which I like Bliss the League. I like both of them, honestly. But I think they gave Lawrence Taylor some shit for being on the game. Like they was trying to act like he shouldn't have been on the game, and I was like, really? Y'all really like dude's a Hall of Famer, bro. You can't get mad at him for and he acted in a football movie too. So it wasn't like, you know. So I was like, man, but yeah, they gave Lawrence Taylor some shit for being on Bliss the League, as Quentin Sands, So but yeah, man. So but yeah, man, Blitz was nice, man. NFL Blitz on the Xbox, that was just exclusively on Xbox. So that was cool. I played that a few times with I think Peyton Manning was on the cover of that. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. So and that's Midway, right? That's another company that made football games as well. So like, man, like that's what I'm saying, man. So I think the contract is up for EA Sports in like 2026 or something like that. So maybe next year, but they got like some clause in there where they can re-up or like accept the option or something like that. I don't know. I just hope the NFL is like thinking bigger picture right now and really just look at the video game market, bro. Like, hey man, look, I just read, a lot because growing up, I really didn't know all of this ins and outs. I'm just like, damn, this game was good as fuck. What happened to it? Then you get older and you start, going to school and you start learning and you just want to figure out the ins and outs of some shit. And then you start to realize that they really fucked that up. They fucked that whole situation up. And as you get older, you just like, man, you just kind of want to go back to a comfort zone, man. And a comfort zone is being able to choose whatever game you wanted, right? You could be a Madden person, you could be a 2K person, you could be a game day person, right? Some people don't mess with 2K. They really like NBA Live, even the newer versions. They like NBA Live, man. Baseball has some pretty cool opposition too. Because some people were 2K people, and some people were MLB the show, and some people were MVP baseball, right? So you had a lot of different things, right? You had a lot of different games, Some people like Slugfest, bro. And I did. I just like punching people, but that was it. It wasn't like my favorite baseball game, but like that's my point. I just wish they would do that, man. Yeah, man. Like, look, if everybody said I'm not going to buy Madden, and they seen the cost of everything, right? The cost of music licenses, the cost of players, right? You got to pay these guys, right? You got to pay them for their likeness. You got to pay them to do this. You gotta do the music. You gotta do all of that. So if those costs started to outweigh the money they bringing in, they would actually reconsider, man. But I mean, they really can't because they making too much money right now. They making way too much money. They making way too much money, you know, off of the booty crap, basically the bull crap that they putting out to really change, you know? Like it's like, man, people keep buying it, so we gonna keep making this bull crap, man. And don't get it twisted, man. I really dislike the way Madden is, but Ultimate Team, I found it to be really fun. Hey man, I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate it, man. You know, like I said, I wasn't even planning on being like on here. I was just gonna play, you know, because that's sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't be like being on camera. I just like playing just to like show people that hey, you know, it's some cool ass games on here, man. You know, I think about how they remastered GTA San Andreas, right? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for you youngsters out there. I'm thinking, dude, if you could take Madden '04 and put it into a 2025 universe, that shit would look amazing, right? Keep everything about the game the way it is, the owner's box, all of that. Keep everything the same. Just give it the 2025 look. I guarantee you would probably sell a whole bunch of them. Guarantee it. Bunch of people my age would buy that shit. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, that's why I'm not as I was happy. I tell you what, to put a bow on it, right? The college football game, EA Sports College Football 25, right? All right. So everybody kind of knows that, the players was like, hey, I want some money. Somebody said something somewhere, started a lawsuit, and there you go, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Old school sports games is fire, dude. Like you could play this shit all day, bro. Your pops is right. You could play this shit all day. I literally spent one summer playing NCAA '06 every day. I ain't do nothing that summer. I was a straight bum all summer, just playing that shit because it was fun. I was recruiting, I was beating the shit out of everybody. I could create so many characters. I could do all kind of shit, man. 7 foot receivers, 5'5" running backs. Like I could change people position. Like, dude, it's so many different things you could do, right? So that's like what that was for me, man. That era was tight, man. All right, so I might be able to get if I trade one pick. I trade at 7. Therefore, I can move back up. Oh shit, word. No, I don't want to do that. 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 But yeah, man. So looking at like EA Sports College Football 25, right? Everybody knows somebody had a lawsuit. So like, I want to get paid. I'm not making no money off of it, right? And to whoever the person was, it was actually a good thing because they selling a bunch of copies of these games and these players ain't making no money. But yet, I'm playing RG3 in a motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, understandable to be upset about that. So I'm not really upset about that. What I'm upset is how EA Sports got the license to that shit too. Like, imagine 2K making a college football game, bro. Come on, man. Like, that's what I was mad at. I was like, bruh, I'm happy to have it back. You know, the players getting a little bread too. But I was like, dude, this is going to end up just like Madden. Like, you're going to almost see that it looks like it's a 5-star restaurant, but truthfully, they microwave their food. Like, imagine how that feels as a consumer, right? You go into a 5-star restaurant and then you figure out that they just be microwaving their food before they cook it. You know, they're not really in and out with it. That's how EA College Football 25 was to me. Like, damn, it started off so good. You know, the intro, the promos, all of that. Everything looked good. 5-star, cush, everything. And then you kind of get to playing it after a while, and it's just like, man, all right, what else? That's kind of how it went, man. You know, it was so good to it, man. It's just like, okay, what else y'all gonna add to the game? What else? What else you gonna add to it? Like I said, you have the transfer portal. You got that. You know, let's make the graphics more smoother. You know, there's so much they can add to that shit, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, if you're gonna make a video game, bro, you gotta at least, put everything into it, man. All right, bro. You have a good night, man. You too. Stay up, man. I appreciate it. The viewership, man. Shoot, I need to take my ass to bed too. Honestly, it's like 1 a.m. You take my ass to bed too, man. But I'ma actually I'm gonna take a break after the draft because I kind of want to do some stuff on there. Damn, so I gotta trade a draft pick. All right, well, that ain't too much of a big deal. All right, so we kind of move on a little bit. So I kind of got a lot of the big players out of the way. So, punters and kickers are tough to get. So, I kind of will release a lot of people, man. Yeah, so we keep building up and building up and building up the team, right? Get some guys. But we starting off with, I think, the first 5 first-round picks, though. So we got a good advantage there. Man. We really do. Got a good advantage there, man. Yeah, but I think I missed this. But yeah, man, I think sports peaked in the 90s and 2000s for me as well. Because I don't know, man. Like, it was a lot of money in the game, and like I think it all became more accessible, right? Every sport you think of around the 90s and 2000s was very accessible, you know. Like, yeah, you had like NFL Sunday Ticket in the 2000s, right? But in your respective areas, you got to see your damn team all the time, whether it be on NBC or CBS or ABC or whatever, right? Like in football, you could see your team all the time, right? It seemed like you ain't missing nothing, you know. And then NBA was accessible, right? They was on NBC in the 2000s. Well, actually in the 90s as well. So, you know, like that's my whole thing. You know, they like everything was accessible. Baseball, like I don't know. It just felt like you could really sit and watch a game with your family, right? And not like feel cheated out of it, whether it be the announcers were good, the commentators were good. I mean, the players were obviously really, really good, you know? So like there's that. And like I don't know, man. And you know, I watch a lot of old games too, man. I want to say the 2000 All Star game in basketball, like that was pretty cool. I watched that sometime. I watch a lot of old school like uh, baseball games. You know, some of my favorite pitchers, right? You think of Randy Johnson. I look at some of I'm gonna catch that damn fly. I'm gonna catch that fly, man. Catch that fly, man. All right, so let me see. So let me see. Cornelius Muhammad. But that's how I felt about the 90s and 2000s, man. It was always felt like it was accessible, man. And when you have it to the point where 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 everything's accessible, it makes it easier to watch. Now it's not as accessible, man. You gotta get streaming services, and then sometimes, like you know, you do that, and the streaming services may not have your team in that area blacked out, so then you gotta get another streaming service. Like it's not accessible, man. It's not accessible, and it's not fun to watch anymore, especially basketball. That's ridiculous. Like I hate the NBA right now, bro. And yeah, man, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. I'm trying to actually hurry up, man. You trying to hurry up? Let me see. Trying to see because I don't really know what I want for real. But you know what? I'm gonna do some. We got hella cap room, so I'm not really worried about that. All right, so let me go ahead and get. Let me go ahead and do my other thing because I'm gonna move some players around so I can start to get my other players as well. You know, start building up by taking other people's talent. Zach Perkins. Why does that name sound familiar? Why does that name sound familiar, man? Yeah, okay. So he played with us then. Okay. I was like, man, that name just like runs off the tongue. I was like, I've said that name playing this game before. All right, cool. So we're gonna move that and then we're gonna trade some people. We got like 185 million in cap room, man. So like our team is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So let me do something real quick, you know, because old games be having this weird complex to just freeze on you, bro. And it's like, and then you be like, yo, damn, I didn't even save it. And then I get pissed off and I be like, okay, we just gonna play something else. But I've been pretty good at saving it, you know. So, all right. I had Julius Peppers on my squad. He was good too. I like Julius Peppers, man. I really do. Like, Julius Peppers was so good, man. God damn. Like, I want to say that's 2002, bro. That draft class. Damn, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I get. Look, if you watch our YouTube channel a lot, right? I talk about David Carr a lot. I got the guy's jersey, everything, right? I love David Carr. Why? Because he was the first pick in Texans history, right? You already knew he was going to be in a shit show anyway when you're on the expansion team, right? You get the scraps of other players, other teams, players that they don't want anymore, and you got to try and fix that shit, right? So I like David Carr because he took that shit on the chin, right? But if I was the Texans, fuck all that. Let me get a journeyman quarterback, bro, and figure it out. Let me get a journeyman quarterback, figure it out, and let me draft Julius Peppers, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, they was going to be bad regardless, right? And then their coach at the time was Dom Capers, who was like a defensive guru. I personally would have went with the defensive dude, man. Like, Julius Peppers would have been there at the same time that they would have been able, if they would have chose to go the Mario Williams route, right? Imagine Mario Williams with Julius Peppers. Man, I would have paid to see that shit. I would have paid to see that shit. Julius Peppers and Mario Williams, if they could have matched that up somehow, I would have loved to see that. Let me see. Shit. Let me get Cookie. Yeah. Do I want anybody else? No, that ain't enough. I'm gonna have to give up something else. Yeah. Bonnie's pretty good. But that might be enough to do it, though. Let me get Cookie Wallace. And they got him. They got Forte. And let me get Clifford. Let me see if I can get Clifford. Can I get Clifford? They ain't gonna give up no Clifford. They ain't gonna give up no Clifford, man. What about Xavier, though? What they give up Xavier? Probably the same shit. They will give up Ingram. Okay, cool. All right, so that helps us out tremendously. We got our shutdown corner, and we got 2 receivers. So that's pretty cool. And then Julius goes back to what's the name. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna make one more trade before we get up out of this free agency period. I need somebody else, right? It sucks because I think the Comets is probably gonna win a bunch of more championships as well. To be honest with you, I think I got like 6 in a row, so it's probably gonna be 7. Like, because I'm not gonna be able to beat them because my team not gonna be that good. But damn, hey, that team was good as fuck. Got a 99s and like I said, if you can figure out like the game that I got all these names from, man. So you should know Quentin Sanders, bro. Gotta know what game I was playing to get these names, man. Ooh, Ferguson, too. Damn. I don't know. Let me see. Can't trade kickers and punters, which is stupid. I don't want Hanson. He too damn good. What do I want for TD? Because TD was good. He was good, man. Let me see. 20, yeah, 24. Fellows is like old now. He 30 years old. But he nice though. He nice. All right. So we should be good on that part of it. So let's go to the draft. We'll be right back. We're gonna let this sim and do his thing, man. But we'll be right back. All right, we back. So let's give y'all a little preview of what we got going on in this draft, man. This is my favorite. This is my favorite draft class, man, because it brings in a new era of quarterback, right? So that first wave of quarterbacks from my NCAA team is pretty good. Pretty good. I think Hammond was good. He's pretty good. Roberson's good. Obviously Kendall's good. And I think there's another one, Kramer. He was supposed to be pretty good, but he ain't really do shit. But that was the first wave. The second wave, you got a couple dudes that's like okay at best. But to culminate the second wave, You looking at the colors? Ain't gonna play the whole game. We just gonna do a little preview. What's up, man? You getting sleepy? All right. So let me see who in here on this team so far. So obviously, I get a chance to see Julius. Y'all get a chance to see Diggs. Y'all get to see Conrad. And then y'all get to see Bruce as well. A little June top. You got the blonde hair and shit. Oh shit, I was tripping. What the fuck was I thinking doing that? You get to see Ezekiel Freeman too, so get to see some pretty cool players, man. I hate the fact we on the East Coast though, because Alaska's like way west. That's way northwest. But y'all get to see what Juice can do in this thing. Look at that arm strength. Look at that. Wow. Hopefully I can see him run. That motherfucker fast. Remember what I told you? Quarterback vision, get your ass off me. You see how the quarterback vision, remember I told you integrity? If you're still in here, man, how it's so small. Look at this shit. Man, that quarterback vision is small as hell. It's gonna be so frustrating to play with, man. I almost broke that tackle. Ooh, he went and got that motherfucker. Yes, sir. He went and got that shit. That's why I be user catching, bruh. That's why I do it. That motherfucker fast as hell. You ain't gonna catch him. Touchdown, baby. Yeah. Hey, man, I wish y'all could have seen dude play on NCAA football, man. Hey, man, you can't play. You can't play. You can't play right now. You can't play right now. No, you can't. No, you can't. All right, so. All right, so. All right, so we're gonna run one series of offense and then one series of defense. So, but I really want y'all to see Bruce King because he the one. He the one. Although he ain't supposed to be that light skinned though. No offense to the light skinned people, but he ain't supposed to be that light skinned. That's funny you say that because I always play as a defensive tackle. That's it. That's literally the only spot I like to play, man. I like to just kind of just play that, and then the defense kind of plays off of that in a sense because it's like easier to play. Oh, he set that up. Damn. I'm a ball hawk like Ezekiel Freeman. He's like, I know where. He's like, I know where to hit him. I know where it hurt. I'm glad that one don't work, little boy. All right. So just wanted to give y'all a taste of what's about to happen in this draft, man. So nothing too serious. I ain't really want to play the whole game anyway. What? What? Yeah. Yeah. And check out some of these rookie workouts, man. Just to let y'all know, so try to remember Babcock. I remember him. He's pretty good. So Diggs, nasty, man. So yeah. So let's see. I want to run one. Nah, man. Y'all been waiting on it for a while. Let's get to this draft, man. All right. So welcome to the NFL draft, man. So first overall pick, man, is going to be Julius Williams. He is actually not the highest rated player, to be honest with you. He's not the highest rated player at all. That was Caldwell, who was okay. He's okay. I wasn't expecting him to be no first overall pick, honestly. Honestly, I thought Babcock was probably going to be the one because he was pretty good on NCAA football, too. So I said Adams was pretty good. So then, you draft the quarterback, right? So you gotta draft the protection. You gotta get Conrad King. He's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Then you gotta go. His brother. You gotta go Bruce King. He got the light skin traits, so don't judge me. All right, so fourth overall, this is where it gets interesting because I could go defense, which is what I really like, but you can't go wrong with Kelvin Diggs, bro. When y'all see what he can do, when he get up, and then we can reach on the pick. We'll reach on the pick. I ain't really tripping. Everybody be like, well, why would you draft him? He's like, what do you call it? He's like a fourth round pick. He's 7 feet tall, bro. you gotta let that go. All right, let's rock it. So they had a couple trades. So I want to see who actually went up and got some people, bro. So New York was at 4-15. I wonder if they took a quarterback. Because if that's the case, they actually traded up again. So they got another pick. So I'm actually interested to see what the fuck they was gonna do there. All right, so we back up, man. So let's see what we got. So who went all in the first round, man, from Alaska University? So Juice, obviously, Conrad, Bruce, Kelvin Diggs, Quan Carter. So that's 5, right? So then Sanders ended up going 6 to Detroit. So that's 6 picks in a row. Like Vanderbilt baseball, bro. So, Chicago went quarterback in the first round, so that's gonna make that interesting going into the preseason. Let's see who else. So Pittsburgh went quarterback, so they took Caldwell. So that means Roberson's not there anymore. Let's see. So Jackson. That's it. So just 6. All right, that's where we are right now. So let's see where else we can go. So Mississippi State. Nah, but let's see, ain't going there. Acting like I ain't write that shit down. What is that, Patterson? Cause that's gonna be a light one, a light draft. So kinda gotta do what you gotta do. Oh shit, we get favorite to the second round. Don't mind if I do. I will take that. Definitely didn't expect him to be there. Not in the second round. I don't think we got a third. But I think we got everything else though. I think we got 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th. So alright, so let's see. So we got the left tackle, that's for sure. Let's get to right. Okay, so see what we got at guard, man. God damn. 350 pounds. Yeah, we could also slide him over the center too, if we really needed to. It's video game shit, man. In real life, you probably wouldn't do that. But in video game circumstances, yeah, we can do that. All right, so let's see, center. Nah, I ain't really feeling that. He fast as hell. He could be a placeholder right now because he like around 4'3", but undersized as a defensive end, so that'll work.
Is that back in the garage?
Yeah.
Am I around there? Yes.
Yeah, it's up there. Let's see. Another 7th round draft pick, so At least gotta be somebody that we can use because we're probably gonna use everybody in here. Everybody in this draft probably gonna be playing for the most part. So let's get Sherman. Yeah, undrafted anyway, so that'll work. Right. All right. So that's the draft, man. Let's sign these dudes, get them all signed up. So this is pre NFL draft salary cap, right? When they changed it, so these rookies couldn't be making these $100 million contracts and shit. This didn't happen in this game. So yeah, he's about to make a whole lot of bread, a whole lot of money. You get a 7-foot offensive tackle, man, that just pancake everybody. You're gonna have to pay about $90 million in this era. All right, Kelvin Diggs is gonna be one of them ones. Hopefully, he can keep his number at 44 because I like that shit. 45. Who the fuck else got that number? Disgusting. 45, bro. Nasty. That's more of a today's salary, man. So we'll be like, 7 feet tall, bro, and you can't teach that. Alrighty then. Let's see. Nobody really in that one. We might skip that one. Yeah. Gotta keep Zeke.
All right, I'm going to scratch my face.
Alright, so we're gonna finalize these draft picks, man. And then before we get up out of here, we're gonna check out and see what their ratings are, man. So we know who has a quarterback battle on their hands and who does not. Who's safe, who is not. So we're gonna check that out before we get up out of here, man. It's 2 a.m. and I've been streaming for like 3 hours, man. So I'm not as young as I used to be. But yet I can still stream for like 10 hours, bro. If I really get on the game and really get to smoking like I'm supposed to or not supposed to, however you feel about that whole thing, I can stay up for a while. What's up, honey-do? That's my dog. What's up, honey-do? I look like you got water in your head. Somebody spray you. Come here. Come here. No. Come here. Come here. She looked at me like, no. No, I'm not getting off of this couch. Not getting off of this couch. What's wrong with you? All right. Got that done. Okay. All right. So we're gonna check out one more thing before we get up off of here, man. Um, so we know what we did there, but I'm curious on what his overall rating was. He started off at a 92. That's the draft class for you. Oh shit. When he started off, he was kind of a guy that we moved from like middle linebacker or something. He wasn't fast or nothing, but he had the strength, and then he had the ability to tackle real good, obviously, because he was a linebacker at first. Moved him to defensive end, put him on that weight program, if you know what I mean, because he was like 240, get like 260, man, as a freshman. Now you got a little fire hydrant, man. little big fire hydrant, man. So Chicago went quarterback, so 85. Damn, so that's gonna be a tough quarterback controversy right there. That's gonna be interesting. All right, so one more thing before we get out of here, I gotta see something. We got all the way to the Bears. So, ooh, they went. Damn. So that ain't make no sense. That's stupid. So we'll move. We can do some collusion. But we got Long in there, Heisman winner, by the way. Kendall, obviously, and then Spain is a starter there, fighting for a new contract, by the way. So that is three quarterbacks, four if you count Graham. Ooh, five. And that's pretty interesting considering that Kramer was first. he was starting before him. I don't think there's no spot for him, dog. So wait for Pittsburgh. So Julius moving to Mexico City. And Hammond's still gonna be there. Not the perfect quarterback, but yeah, so yeah. 59 for 6. All right, man. Well, that has been the stream, man. We're gonna pick this up as we finish this off season and get into this new era of Madden, man. But I've been your host, Cam. Football frame of mind, man. This has been game time with a football frame of mind. But last but not least, man, don't forget to check out our weekly show, Sunday, 8 Eastern. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about the NFL draft grades, a little bit of college football, high school players spotlight. Always good to check that out. The stars for tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. If you're into this kind of stuff, man, we do this often. My homie Brandon does these unboxing for the cards and stuff. Really cool, especially when you get some good shit, right? I do the video games. He does video games too. So we got a whole lot, man. We got a network as well, the Villain Sports Media Network. A lot of cool stuff over there as well. Getting the ship rolling with that. But it's 3 a.m., man. Or 2 a.m. I got to go to bed. So I will catch y'all on the next stream. More than likely tomorrow. Well, later today, depending on where you are. But
He's on fire!
I'm on fire. Channel's on fire. So all of y'all have a good night. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Oh, be safe out there, man. A lot of bad weather out here, so be safe. All right, I'm gone. Peace.